Say savage, stay savage. This is your boy ShinoBeenTrill. Today we're gonna be trill and we're gonna keep it real with our first ever review. We're gonna be reviewing Dragon Quest Heroes, the World's Tree Woe, and the Blight Below. So that was like a mouthful. So basically, you guys are gonna get my personal thoughts and my personal opinions on this game. You know, I'm gonna basically be recommending you this game if I thought it was good, and if it was a bad game, I'm gonna basically tell you not to get it, or you know, give it a shot if you feel as though you need to find out for yourself and you don't want to be verified on my own opinion. Now, I'll have a little bit of gameplay this way, pointed up here, showing you know some of the things I will be talking about in the game. And I hope you guys are excited for this review. These are completely my personal thoughts and opinions, so if you guys believe in your own personal thoughts and opinions of this game, go ahead and share those below. I would definitely like to hear those. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get today's review. Alright, so as we get into today's review, I'm gonna be discussing various points on why you know you should or should not buy this game. First off, I'm gonna say I've seen Dragon Quest come a long way. This is like the sister franchise to Final Fantasy because Square Enix makes both of these games. Now there's a lot of Dragon Quest games scattered through a lot of different platforms. There's the 2DS, not 2DS, the DS Lite version, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PS3, and now PS4, which is amazing. This game was released on February 26, 2015 in Japan, in Taiwan, and Hong Kong, but it was later brought to America and the European countries in this month of October. So with that being said, we got to see a different side of Dragon Quest. The way it is changed and the way it is like escalated to new heights is extremely different, because I'm used to, you know, the standard turn by turn attacking system from Dragon Quest, because that's the Dragon Quest games I played. Joker's Wild, if I'm not mistaken, that's the game that I previously played for the DS, and I thought it was a really good game. It kind of reminded me of Pokemon. It had that similar style, but the RPG was a little bit more in depth, and they had a little bit more background in it, and the story was a little bit more broad than Pokemon, and it kind of continued, and it was a lot harder than Pokemon because you really have to use this way more than a simple turn-by-turn battle going against a computer, because like computers in Pokemon versus the computers in Dragon Quest is like two different levels, because they have like their own strategic thinking system versus, you know, typing advantages and stuff like that. So with that being said, you know, seeing this game transfer from those different consoles and then coming over to the PS4 and bringing a hack and slash style environment, almost as if it was a Kingdom Hearts game or, you know, a Dynasty Warriors game, it was completely amazing to see, and it was new to me because I really enjoyed it. I thought it was something new that they brought to the table. Now, things I would like to talk about in this game where it gets kind of repetitive, because if you guys have not played any of the Dynasty Warriors games, the Dynasty Warrior games are pretty much set up where you go through this field of bosses, and you know, you take out certain bases and you take out certain commanders until you get ready to fight the real boss, almost as if it was Zelda Hyrule Warriors, you know, because that's how it's pretty much made. You know, there's a Gundam game made the same way. Now Dragon Quest came a little bit with similar style with that. Like, it's basically like that. It's a field open game, almost as if this is One Piece or something. You know, you get to go out and you get to basically take on so many mini bosses and have these little side quests before you take on the main boss. Now, I think it's pretty unique that they added this, and they added so many different combos. The moves and the animations for a lot of different combos and stuff are really amazing. I can't believe that this game has transcended to the level of graphics that it has. Like, I cannot, like, kid you not, like, they really did a good job when it comes to certain things of the games. Like, the graphics are on point. I've never seen a Dragon Quest like cutscene so on fleek in my entire life. Yes, I said on fleek, nigga, on fleek. Like, I was just like, god damn, it was just too intense for me. It just touched my soul. Now, the story is a little bit complex because there's not much of an idea of what's going on in the beginning. You have to play the game a little bit more, and I don't want to go into too much detail because, you know, we begin to spoil it. But you begin to play as the male hero or the female hero, whichever one you would like to choose, and then there's the king, who later on becomes your counterpart. And you know, you go on various quests throughout the world trying to figure out why are the monsters that were our previous counterparts and our previous friends have all of a sudden just turned completely evil on us, and find out the reason why, you know, this darkness is spreading across the world and everything's turning bad. So with that being said, over like the story progression, you build a team of so many different class of fighters. It's almost as if you're playing an MMORPG, but you're playing it with yourself. And the best part about this, I like, you can switch in between characters mid-battle. Like, I can go from the male character to the female character, or I can just go from the swordsman to the mage, or the like big tank. It's really, really amazing. Like, that was something that it completely took me for a whirlwind, and all in all, it's a really good game. I feel as though, you know, they work really hard on the graphics, the way that the hack and slash environment has improved, the battle combat system, it's really good. Overall, I can say I give this game a 8 out of 10 because if I would give it a full 10, I would be kind of lying to you guys, because at some points in the game it does get repetitive. I feel like after you reach level 25 it becomes rather grindy and you have to grind up to get a lot of different things, but there's also a lot of different things that come with this game that a lot of people don't know. If you don't know, this previous weekend that just passed, it was a double EXP weekend, so that they'll be adding online events, but it's not an online game. You know, they're adding like an online MMO event into a single player game where you play by yourself, which I thought was pretty unique. The fact that you can get double EXP and increase the rare item drops, that is completely tremendous. Like, I think that is something that was highly impressive to be putting into a standard RPG game that's not online and not, you know, multiplayer. So that's unique itself. But I give it a solid 8 out of 10 because, as you know, in some Dynasty Warrior games the feel does get rather boring because you find yourself going after the same bases, but to certain extents it changes up because you'll see the spellcasters and you'll get to use different cannons, and there's little different variations of certain missions, but you know, to each his own. You know, you get to grind it out, and then you go back to the camp, you grind it out, go to the camp, you return to the ship, or you go fly and hang out in a different country, a different city. Now I wish you could explore the cities a little bit more in depth just to get to see of the kind of idea that the city in the RPG portrays, but hey, to each his own. You know, certain games bring certain aspects, but this game overall, it's a really good game to see. It's one of the first PS4, or not I ain't gonna say the first, but like some of the first PS4 RPG games that'll be releasing for the PS4, and the fact that they were going off the new engine and the way the hack and slash style and the just graphics overall is really good. Now I see a little few frame drops here and there in the gameplay, but that's to each his own. Every game is not perfect. I've seen some games that are completely terrible. This game kind of hangs on to that. So with that being said, I highly recommend that you guys pick this game up. Give Dragon Quest Heroes the World's Tree, Woe, and the Blight Below buy. Like, give it a shot. I think if you enjoy a hack and slash RPG with that One Piece / Dynasty Warriors / Gundam Dynasty Warriors style of fighting, this is the game for you. If you enjoyed Hyrule Warriors, I feel as though you would really find to love Dragon Quest Heroes, because there's so much thing you get to do. You get to craft, you get to, you know, build your skill tree, you get to create different combinations with different swords, you get to create combinations between sword and shield, then you get to go through a various amount of classes, which doesn't limit you to just being one person. You know, you can get out in the field and you become all these different styles of fighters, and it's truly amazing that they added so many different mechanics into this RPG. I highly recommend you guys check this game out, and if you guys enjoyed this review, go ahead and smash that like button. With that being said, my name is ShinoBeenTrill. I hope you guys check out the game and stick around for more reviews, and I will try my best to get you a parody of this game, because why not? The cutscenes are just too dynamic for me not to give you like anything. Like, if I don't give you something, it's just not right. Like, right? So yeah, let me know your personal thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and slide out of here. Peace and amenities. Don't forget to bring your guns, because I will blow your shit up. Later, savages, and stay savage.